up, everyone? It's your man, the Top Voice, here back with another YouTube video. Been sick, so I've been off for a little bit, but now I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm back here in the game with more YouTube videos for us to look at, and these crazy-ass TikToks that people are putting out every day. I love to see it. So, this is my dating episode part 2. Being an older man, I'm a little bit lucky because I don't think I have to deal with these issues as much as the younger generation does. That's definitely for sure. Kudos to that. But trying to figure out what the disconnect is, let's just look at a few things, look at a few situations and see what's going on in this TikTok world with dating. Because from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, it's crazy. Let's take a look.
People are way too comfortable ghosting now. So I think I told you guys, I met another guy who was also from Baltimore who I met in person, right? Mind you, this guy approached me, wanted my number, has been texting me, wanted to go out on a date with me, planned the date with me, made the reservation. 2 days before, we were talking for not I don't know, majority of the day, right? Not too much, nothing crazy, but where I was like, I'm excited. He's like, I'm excited for the date too.
Right.
Next day rolls around, Friday, texting a little bit more. He sends me where we're going. He says, do you like this type of food? I say, sure do. I like all food. Sounds great. He says, great. I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Next day, he texts me in the morning. Good morning. Confirms again. And then I text him at 12 maybe. Looking forward to seeing you later. I'll let you know when I'm on my way. No response. I text him at 6:30 I was like, hey, I'm gonna head out now. I'll see you soon. Are you on your way? Right? Because he lives in Baltimore. And so I wanted to know if he was going to be late. No response. It takes me a while to realize that I've been ghosted, so I don't go to the restaurant because it's relatively close where I live, and so I'm I could always just, it's probably a 5-minute Uber, whatever. 7 o'clock comes and goes, nothing. I text him at 7:30, hey, hope everything's okay. No response.
Nothing.
First I'm thinking, wow, something probably happened to this man. Probably unwell because he was very excited about spending time with me. Think about it the next day. No, girl, you were ghosted. I texted the next day, and I'm like, hey, I understand that things come up, but if you weren't free, I just wish you would have let.
Never giving that person a second chance. If they did that to you on the first night, I know it's a little bit confusing. Not thinking that's gonna happen to you, but no, you let that go.
I would have just done something else, hope you're good. Nothing. Never heard from him again.
Nothing.
I guess I just don't understand it. I'm not that type of person. If I change my mind about the date, I'm just gonna tell you. If I don't want to spend time with you, I'm just gonna tell you. I wasn't forcing him to go on the date. Why go through all that energy if you did not plan to see me? What is that about? I was ghosted.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous, y'all. There's no reason to ghost a person like that. I understand if you've got other things coming up. But sometimes, I think that just like the females used to use the dating sites for validation and a little bit of, pump my chest up because somebody likes me, I think guys are doing it too. And it's pretty unfortunate and lame, really. See what else is going on.
Food dates are such a scam. If you meet a woman online on one of those dating sites and she insists going to a dinner on a first date, don't fucking do it. Even if she's hot, so what? She's probably being taken out to a dinner 5 times that week, and you're just a sucker number 5. You're not gonna go anywhere with women who insists on dinners for first dates. It's just a waste of time. They're high maintenance, very, very hard to please. Don't even go there. And no, you're not gonna get laid with those women anyways. But she's gonna eat some food and then you're gonna get laid with the full stomach of food? Yeah, right. Don't waste your time, honestly. Just keep it simple. Coffee date, drinks maybe, something like that. No dinner dates. Hell no. Food dates are such a scam.
Now, a lot of people use the food date as a way to get fed. Some people use it as a way to come up. I even went out on a food date with a woman and she tried to order a second plate for somebody else that was at her house. What are you talking about? I also went out on a date with a woman and I drove a little bit. I live in Los Angeles. This person lived in San Bernardino. I used to be full of adventure. That's the best thing I can say. I used to be full of adventure and wanted to get out there. I mean, driving gas wasn't $9 a gallon, things like that. So I go out. We have a restaurant here called BJ's. I don't know if people are familiar with that. And I don't know if that even qualifies as a good date anymore. When I was coming up, BJ's was, wasn't a bad thing. We weren't talking about the $900 dates and whatnot. So I meet this woman for the BJ's date. We get there. She's a little bit different, so to speak. I guess I could say she's a little bit different. She's a little bit wacky in the head, but Adventure Ty had to be there. So we're eating, and I'm just noticing she's being a little gluttonous. Not necessarily ordering crazy or anything like that, because I look at it like this. If I invite you to a dinner date, we're there. I like to eat. So, you know what I mean? I can understand if you see my plate and you're like, dang, I should have got what he got. I feel you. But at the end of the day, don't say I'm going to order a whole nother plate for somebody at home. No, we're not doing that. But, so this particular date, we're at the BJ's, and I'm like, she's like, are we having drinks? Well, no, I'm like, of course we're having drinks. Order what you want. So she's up to her third margarita, and I'm like, yo, this female's a lush. And she greedy, just all the turnoffs and me, all the icks, as the kids say nowadays. And we're sitting, and I'm like, if you really wanted to drink like this, we could have just got a bottle and hung. And she's like, oh, okay, well, we can do that afterwards. And I'm like, okay, we can do it. I knew there wasn't gonna be an afterwards, but she's like, we can do that afterwards. I'm like, okay. So I paid for the food. We're on our way home, and I remember the date cost me. And it's crazy that I remember the number. The date cost me about $130, $130. So I'm on the way taking her back to her house. I'm gonna drop her off because I got a pretty good drive home to get out of San Bernardino. And she's like, so are we still gonna go get that bottle? And I'm like, I think I need to, I can't drink and drive. I'm playing it off because I wasn't drinking as much at the restaurant as she was. And I'm like, I'm good. She's like, well, you can still get the bottle, and I'll just drink it myself. Girl, please, you out your mind? Yeah, it ain't happening. But I see why some people are on the like no dinner dates and things like that, because a lot of, we know people are, and it's even been documented on TikTok that people are doing this just for dinner. Now, how old was I when I did that? I had to have been I was in my 30s. This was a 30s thing. I was in my mid 30s, 36, 37, 35, somewhere in there. And I didn't have the economy was different. We were making money, saving money. So it wasn't that big of a deal for me to go out with somebody and have a good time. Because the good time isn't only for you, it's also for me. You get that part. So I'm having a good time. You can either be an ornament or you can be a participant. Either way, I'm having a good time. Let's look at some more.
Yeah, guys, I'm giving you guys my official TikTok dating application, okay? If you don't know how to play volleyball, we can always.
Oh, wow, she's so interesting.
I went on a first date last week with a girl that I met online on a dating app, and it was a really good date. We went out on Wednesday, and we went bowling, and then we had dinner afterwards. It was fun. I got to know her really well. She has a great personality. I think she's really pretty, and
now
I really liked her laugh. Her laugh really stood out to me.
My dude's speaking in past tense, so I know this couldn't have gone well for him. I'm sorry, my guy. One last Tatum, or is it one last autumn? I don't know, something close to that. Y'all check him out, but this don't sound like it went good, and it sounded like you liked her too.
It was a really good dates. We spent maybe about 3 hours together, and
dates?
When we went,
did he say dates or date? I'm at check
separate ways. When we went back home, before we said goodbye, I said that I had a great time and that I would like to see her again. And she said she also had a great time and she would also like to see me again as well. So I told her that I was going to text her to let her know when I would see her again because of our work schedules. So I told her I would let her know. And when I got home, probably like 2 hours later, she texted me saying thank you and that she had a great time. So at this point, I'm feeling really good about this girl. We just had a great date. It seems like she really does want to see me again.
Right.
So I was gonna wait a couple days, but I was like, okay, you know what? I feel pretty good about
I know it's not going good for my dude. I can see it hurt his face, and I feel for him. I'm hurt for my dude. I know it didn't work out. I hope it did. Let's keep listening.
this. So, I'll ask her tomorrow and set up the date for the following week.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, which was a Thursday, I texted her saying if she would like to grab some ice cream from my favorite ice cream spot.
Okay, ice cream.
And she didn't respond that day. She didn't respond Friday, the following day after that either.
My boy, you out of there.
Saturday came around, she didn't respond. And then Sunday came around, she still didn't respond. So I was a little worried. I wanted to give her space for sure. I think the text I just said.
Man, I feel for my dude. I remember those days of being a little worried, wondering what's going on. And it's really, the funny thing about it is you're not thinking with this one up here. You're not thinking with this one. All that lust, all that what could be. And it's I'm telling you, it's not up there. It's that smell, it's that presence, that hug, that softness of a woman. Woo, it'll tear you apart and have you in the background, wondering what happened and where she is.
We'll get ice cream for next week whenever we're both off. And Sunday came around, she hasn't responded.
No ice cream.
By Monday, I was like, okay, let me check up on her. Let me send another follow up. Maybe she got really busy at work. She hasn't had time, so can't blame her for that. So I sent her a message on Monday. I sent a kind of like a joke. I said, wow, you must not be a big fan of ice cream with the laughing emoji. And then I said, we could also do coffee instead because I know she likes coffee.
No response.
On Monday, and she didn't respond on Monday. And then Tuesday came around, she didn't respond. Wednesday.
You have to understand that no response is a response. No action is an action. She put it out there. But when the first day, when you text somebody and they're feeling you, and that second time you text them and they're feeling you, then y'all meet and you text them and they don't hit you back automatically, it is over. Don't play the game. It's over.
She didn't respond. And then today is Thursday. She still hasn't responded.
I'm feeling bad for my guy.
I checked the Hinge app, the dating app that we met
Shedding
on,
a tear for my
and
dude.
I noticed that she either unmatched me or she deleted her account because our conversations are no longer there. We have been texting through phone numbers since we got each other's phone numbers, so we haven't been texting on Hinge, but just not seeing her profile there makes me wonder.
Don't wonder.
She found someone else. Maybe she moved on, and now I'm just wondering. Because she never responded and she never told me anything. So honestly, it just kind of sucks. I went on a first date last week.
That was 5 days ago. That was 5 days ago. I'm sure she hasn't hit him by this point, but just move on, my guy. Move on. I know. I'm telling you, I know the feeling. I know the feeling of that mind F to where you're like, what's going on? Did she pass away on me? Did she get the car crash? Was she abducted? No, man. No, yeah, she was abducted. She was abducted, all right.
Online.
Feel bad for my guy.
There is an abundance of men in the
They lied to you. They told you when you got financially successful, it'd be easier to get women and have a fulfilling dating life. But they failed to tell you these 3 things that will make or break that reality. Number 1, if you lead with your money, you will only attract gold diggers. You don't want to be dealing with a gold digger because she's only there for the wrong reasons. And that reason, my friend, is most likely to use you for what you have to only extract your resources as a man.
It's tough. That's a tough one right there. You cannot lead with your money. Believe me, you cannot lead with your money. Whenever you show up and you lead with your money, you're always expected to lead with your money. No matter what you do, no matter where you're at, you're going to need to lead with your money. She's not going to respect you unless you got the cash out. Now, some people are okay with that. Some people are not. I guess it's really up to you. But for me personally, that's not my thing. Sometimes business isn't booming. Sometimes you got to struggle a little bit to understand what the good things, how the good life can be. You can't forget where you came from. Now, some people are naturally rich, I guess. You know, they just got money, or they were born into money, or they did things to get money, and they can live like that. That's fine. And if that's what you need, then pursue that. But understand that anything can happen at any time. And when the money goes, sometimes the people go too.
High-earning guys make the mistake of thinking just because they have the money, they can go ahead and please the honeys. But you have to understand, you're doing it to the wrong women. You're sitting here trying to please a woman who doesn't like you for you, but only for what you can do. And that's gonna lead me to number 2. If you keep flashing the money in front of her face, that's the only thing she's gonna value. Now you're sitting here wondering, why is she only valuing cash?
That's what I'm talking about. Anything that you don't do that's money-minded or money-purposeful, she's not gonna feel that. Anytime that you don't, when she wants something, if you don't, or when I can't even say she, because there's dudes that do this too. When they want something and they don't get it, they act a fool. Straight up, they act a fool. I used to date a girl in my 30s. Just had me on a different mind space, and it was a completely lustful mind space. That's all it was. I saw the body, I saw how she was looking, and I was turned on by it, and I wanted a piece of that. As simple as that. But thing is that every time I seen her, she'd look at me like she hated. I pick her up, she's like just no love, no like, even almost like just tolerance almost. Like, what can you do for me? And she'd be mean until I bought her some Newports and a sack. Come on, man. You know what a sack is. So if I didn't come with the Newports and the sack, and I picked her up and it wasn't already in the car, till we went to the store, to the spot, she was evil. And once I gave it to her, whole demeanor changed, whole nother person, completely different person. But that's what to show me right there is that when I didn't come with the goods, she wasn't feeling your boy. This was a transaction. This was a transaction, and I eventually got cut because she even actually told me that and this was in my 30s. She was like, "You're the type of guy I want to date when I get older, but right now I just want to have fun." What can you do? What can you do?
Over me. Why is she not genuinely interested in me? Because you kept flashing the damn money in front of her face, just popping it on her, kind of just flexing on her, letting her know, just, hey, I got this money. You can tell you're just leading with your money and having to do all the work for you. But since it's doing all the work for you, guess what? It's gonna do all the work for you. Now, that's the only thing she likes. So if you fall down hard times, if you're going through something, when she can't get you to spend the money, now you're sitting there looking dumb. This is why you don't flash the money around. Let it speak for itself. Don't be that guy who's sitting there trying to flex it and show it off. That's only gonna make her value it more than you. Hey, come with the word value if you're getting some value right now. And that's gonna lead me to number 3. Character. If you only rely on your money, but don't focus on the foundational skills like exuding masculine presence, radiating that true confidence, or even understanding social dynamics, you're going to struggle with women because now you're amplifying a up person. You're amplifying your up character because you didn't work on it. Everybody tries to lead with their external, but nobody wants to talk about that internal.
There's so many guys that I used to hang out with that had some cash, but didn't know how to talk to people. And you know what I mean? For whatever reason, their upbringing didn't give them street smarts or the confidence to have a great conversation. Some people just don't have it in them to be any better than what they are.
Hear me out. I think emotionally available daters are having the hardest time dating in modern dating in 2026. So for context, I'm a doctoral candidate. I research emotions, and a lot of my research focuses on the emotional experiences of women. So just combined with what I've heard in studies that I've done I focus on teaching burnout and emotional labor, but combined with that, in relation to just conversations I've had and a conversation I had with a best friend of mine recently, I've started to think through this. So this is what I'm thinking, that affectively or emotionally available people are having the hardest time because in dating, we've just become so rewired to expect people to be capricious and to expect uncertainty. We're so used to rostering and churn. We're so used to go on a few dates with someone, that person falls off the roster, we add someone on. And so I think that when we have an emotionally available dater who knows what they want, they're giving clear communication, boundaries, consistency, follow through, intentionality. And I think that that can be conflated with pressure. That for people who aren't used to experiencing those things, and they're used to not hearing from someone for 36 hours or...
Yeah. What he's saying makes a lot of sense. I remember meeting somebody once and I laid it out what I was looking for, and it turned them off completely. Yeah, she wasn't feeling me doing that. And then it's funny, she laid it out for me. She was like, it felt like you're putting me under pressure, like whatever. I figure like this: if I'm laying it out for you, what my intentions are, what I want, I'm trying to be truthful, which is what I thought that women wanted at the time. I thought that would work for me, and it didn't. But all depends on the person, right? If I'd have met somebody that was on the same road that I was on, maybe it would have worked out. But I think she was just looking for a bit more fun and a little bit more, more dates or whatever. And it didn't work out that way. But yeah, I laid it out. She told me straight up. She was like, "Yeah, this is too much for me." And I somewhat remember me doing that to someone else also after that. Once I learned what she was talking, once I kind of figured out what she was talking about, someone did it to me too, and I was like, yeah, this is a little bit too much for me. I'm just trying to fill you out. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to put the pressure on your boy, and I'm just not ready for that.
Only getting a date planned in the last minute. That's what we have come to understand the baseline of dating is. So when someone is actively doing the things that we know deep down a lot of us are seeking, people are like, wait, this is a bit much. This person's intense. But when it's nonchalant and it's inconsistent, it's ambiguous, and we know that there's potential for it to be fugacious,
it leaves you guessing. Unknown. It's exciting. Not knowing what's going to happen next is exciting. And yeah.
Then there's no pressure, right? Because we're just so used to people being nonchalant.
Yeah.
But for these chalant daters, right, the people who are intentional, the people who are emotionally available, they may often seek clarification if there's ambiguity really early, and that can also be seen as pressure. Like, wait, why is this person, we've only been on 2 dates, why are they trying to understand our communication pattern? Or why are they trying to make sure that we have a date planned within the next 5 days?
Yeah.
And as someone who worked in an adult attachment lab my first round of grad school, I also feel like people who are anxiously attached and avoidant have a higher threshold for what's going on in modern dating. I think that people who are securely attached and emotionally available will back out of these ambiguous situations really early and altogether just leave the apps, right? The people who are like, I can't do it anymore, or like, I'm not getting the follow through, this just isn't working for me. And they'll back out and just actively eschew dating. But I think that for people who are avoidant, they'll thrive on this baseline of being inconsistent, right? And they thrive on the ghosting scenarios. And for those who are anxiously attached, unfortunately, our anxiously attached friends are just trapped in the web of the apps because there is so much the unknown and the uncertainty, and then it just creates this dopaminergic high of uncertainty to reassurance, right? That like you're feeling uncertain about someone, you think they might be ghosting you, and then out of nowhere they send you a text like, hey, do you want to go on a Tuesday night? And then you're back to this, okay, they're into it again.
You get that dopamine high, just like, you get that dopamine high.
But for securely attached people, that inconsistency isn't acceptable, and they won't have it, so they'll just start to self-select out of dating. And so this is where I've landed in modern dating, is that I think that our friends who are chalant and who are knowing what they want, emotionally available, securely attached, are out here in the trenches. Hear me out. I think emotionally available daters are having the...
Let's look at some. I'm gonna end it with this one. Let's look at some of these comments real quick, because my man Cooked right there. Intention, communication, and effort looks like pressure. 100%. I meet an emotionally developed, deep, available woman every day. I've met maybe 5 total men in my entire life of all caliber. Ooh, that's terrible for her. We are literally being punished for being emotionally available. Yeah, it happens. These nonchalant wars gotta end, bruh. Born to chalant, forced to nonchalant. It is that way. You're so academically handsome, hey? Agent of Chaos is feeling you, my guy. By the time you meet the right person, you're the wrong person. Oh, is that the truth? How to lose a guy in 2026? Be emotionally available. People. Well, this isn't gonna be the last of this. I like doing this series, so I'm gonna keep it up. It's hard out there. You think it really is. It's not that hard. You can make it easier for yourself if you have some intentions, obviously. But As you see right here, having intentions makes you seem weird. So what can you do? Hey, maybe dating is just cooked. This has been your man, the Tall Voice. Y'all have a blessed one, and I will see you on the next one.